the point is that I want to teach you about what are the four worlds, because you will need that to understand the Ogasa recitation. So the four worlds are the lowest four worlds. They're the worlds of suffering. We also call them worlds of woe. Not wow, woe. W-O-E. Woe. What is that? That's not a name for a new game, not at all. Woe means suffering. It means pain. It means crying. It means loss. It means trouble. And these worlds are characterized by woe. That's because there is woe everywhere. It's a huge problem. What are these four worlds? The world of hell, the world of animals, the world of ghosts, and this world of the ugly gods who were kicked out of their heaven. So more importantly, these three worlds: hell, animal realm, and the ghosts. What kind of suffering is there? What kind of woe is there in the hells? Well, there's a lot of things to talk about hells, but let's simplify. Many beings in hells, they are running and running in fire. So wherever they are, there's a blazing hot floor over which they're running and running, and there's fire throughout the place, and they experience that fire, and it's extremely hot. And it's not just for 5 minutes or 10 minutes or 1 hour or 1 day or 2 days or 10 days or 100 days. No, it's for years. Always like that. Pain and pain and pain. Some are boiled. They're thrown in a kind of water, and then they're boiled in that water. But because they did very bad things in their past life, they have to be boiled in that water again and again and again. Their body, gets boiled, and then it reappears again by the power of their bad actions, so that they experience the pain again and again and again. That's why it's called hell, because it's hell. Right? When people say in this world, in the human world, that something is hell, they're ridiculous. They're funny, because there's no suffering in this human realm that could be comparable to the suffering in the hell. The Buddha one time took a stone in his hand and he said, "Monks, where is more stone? In my hand or in the Himalaya mountains?" Himalaya mountains are huge, huge mountains, miles and miles, far, far. They're spreading over the land of many, many, many miles, maybe hundreds of miles, hundreds of square miles. So there is a lot of stone, and just taking one stone in your hand definitely is not much. So the Buddha asks, where is more stone? In my hand, that one stone that I'm holding, or that stone, that amount of stones in the Himalaya mountains? Well, the mountains themselves are the stones. So the monks say, "Oh, venerable sir, in your hand there is just one stone. But in the Himalaya mountains, there's uncountable amount of stone." And the Buddha says, just like that, in this human world, there's a little bit of suffering. But in the hell, there is so much of suffering. Okay, so this is hell. That's why we call it the world of woe, because it is the world of woe. Then we have world of animals. Now, some of you maybe have a dog or cat at home. Well, they're pretty lucky. But most of animals are waiting to be eaten. They're waiting to be eaten. Okay, you're born and you're just waiting until something kills you or something eats you while you're still alive. So that's the animal world. You don't want that. An animal cannot tell anyone, "Hey, I'm ill," or hey, I have this pain or that pain, or "I'm hungry." Nobody cares. In the animal realm, nobody cares. And if you are ill, then you're the first to be killed. If you're weak, you're the first to be killed. Animal realm is not something you want to visit as an animal.
Why do some people want to eat an animal that is ill?
That's because the animal is lucky. You know, if the animal is lucky, if the animal in the previous life did many, many bad deeds so that it is an animal, and it also did some good deeds, well, then it is born as an animal and also it gets some support. Okay? But mostly animals suffer so much.
And also in hell, you are dead, right?
In hell, you are dead and you get life again very soon because you need to suffer for your bad actions. You suffer again and again. So you die, you are born again so that you can be killed. And then you appear again and again you are killed. Again, you appear, again you are killed. For example, butchers. Butchers, do you know how butchers suffer after they die? Butchers are born in a very special hell. The butcher is laid down on a, you know, what's a butcher? Butcher is the person who kills the animals and then sells the meat. So that's a butcher. So butcher is laid down on a flat bed, which is made of steel, and the steel is blazing hot. And then around there are hell workers, you know, there are employees in the hell. And they're actually ogres. They're from the ogre world. I already told you about the ogre world, so now you know. It's from the world of the 4 great kings, right below the world of the 33. So these hell workers, they cut off the flesh of the butcher. They cut off his hands, they cut off his legs, they cut off his head, and then immediately he becomes together as one body again. So they cut him again, and then again he becomes one body, and again they cut him, and again he becomes one body, like that. So they're cutting, and he dies, cutting, die, cutting, die, like that, again and again and again and again. Not for 5 minutes, not for 10 minutes, not for 1 day or 100 days, no, for hundreds of thousands of years. It's like forever. It's not forever, but it is like forever. Well, imagine that I would tell you that you will now suffer pain for 10 years. You would say, oh, that is forever. But hell is not for 10 years. It is not for 100 years. It is for thousands and thousands of years, for hundreds of thousands of years. So it's not just about the pain, you know, but it's also about that you never know when it ends. It seems like it's endless. And you suffer that for 50 years, for 100 years, and then again and more, and there's no end to that. Yes, Nathan?
I thought when you are in hell, you keep dying.
Yeah, you die and then again you get a new life. I've just explained it. Is it clear?
Oh, I thought when you were dead, then you were dead again. I thought about that.
No, you are dead and then you get life immediately again by the power of your past bad actions. So you get again life in the hell, but it's very fast, you know. So it seems like you are immortal. You are immortal. You cannot be killed so that you can experience pain more and more and more. Is it clear? So being immortal is not it if it is immortal in hell. Yes. So that's hell and realm. Now, what I will explain to you what are ghosts like, because I already explained what are the ugly gods, right? I think you understand a little. Now we need to explain today these 4 worlds so that we can move on in the recitation of Okasa. So I have explained the hell a little bit, very little. There's so much to talk about hell, but I just brushed it up. Second is the world of animals. I already explained a little. Now let's move on to the world of ghosts. We already have finished the world of the ugly gods, so we just need to look at the world of ghosts. So the world of ghosts. In the world of ghosts, the ghosts have a problem. They have nothing. Ghosts usually don't have clothes. They have no skin. More importantly, they have nothing to eat. They have no place to stay, no home, Not at all, just running here and there outside, and it's very cold to them. And there is no one who cares. No one. Totally alone. So that's a ghost world, not a nice world. So we call these 4 worlds the worlds of suffering. And these worlds of suffering, we don't want to go there. We can visit there by psychic powers as humans. Yeah, that's pretty cool. But we don't want to be born there. All right? We don't want to have life there. And therefore, Burmese people recite this Okasa recitation. And in this Okasa recitation, they pay respect to the Buddha and to the Buddha's teachings, Dhamma, and to the community of monks, Sangha. And they wish that by the power of paying respect to the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, they will not be born in these 4 worlds. So that's why they say, by the power of respecting the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, may I not be born in the 4 worlds.